channel. Today's story time is going to be a rough one. I'm so dramatic. No, but today's video is going to be about something that came out of my past, and something that scarred me forever. So, as you guys know, I was living in my small town, bully town, and as I said in one of my videos, that my cousins were moving like to the same town, and some of them, and I was excited. So, because I was such a tomboy, I was very, very, very close with one of my cousins, who was my age. Him and I were just like we were best friends. And when I started school there, after a little while, I got to be kind of close with one girl, and we'll name her Amanda. And me and Amanda kind of started getting kind of close, and at least somebody to talk to that was of the same sex. Mind you, this was 4th grade, so to give you some context and background, my cousin and my newly found friend started kind of seeing each other, and you know, that 4th grade romance. And we lived out, me and my cousin lived out, because he was just a couple doors down from our house, had lived out in the country, middle of nowhere. And again, I was a tomboy, so we were riding bikes, playing football, basketball, doing just stupid pranks on each other, playing out in the river. There was a ton of stuff we did out there. And I had invited Amanda over, and my cousin, who lived just 2 doors down, we'll call him Andy. 2 doors down, Andy and Amanda, they decided since she was going to come over that he would come over too, and it'd be like a thing. And I don't know. So we all got together and decided that we were going to take our bikes down to this small bridge, very small bridge, that went over this road. And because you can go underneath it, there was actually like a plateau area that you could like stand. People generally go down there to fish or drop bodies. I don't know, but we could go down there. So we rode our bikes down there, and Andy and Amanda went down below, and I stayed on top because I got a grand idea that I'm gonna like sprinkle these rocks into the river, you know, because the river goes underneath it, that I'm gonna sprinkle these rocks into the river, and it's gonna be, you know, super romantic for these 4th grade lovers. And I was gonna make a special moment for them. And so I'm taking all these rocks off the gravel road that are just tiny little pebbles, you know, and just kind of sprinkling them out, kicking some, and I'm just trying to get as many in my hands as possible. And I'm bent over, digging in the rubble, you know, trying to get all these little pebbles in my hands so I can make huge splashes, and bent over getting them, and I hear my cousin in his voice, and he says, "Here, Rachel, catch." I am bent over, and I hear, "Rachel, catch." And I look up, and there's a rock flying at my face that is the size of my face. Obviously it hits me, and I just fly backwards and land on my butt, and I immediately start crying because it was such a shock. Like, what just happened? And nobody comes up to check on me. So I'm like, I'm still in shock. I'm starting to actually hurt now. Like, the pain is setting in. I see blood all over my hands, and I just continue bawling because I'm just like, what is going on? And on top of that, I'm getting mad because it's like, where is my best friend and my other newly found friend? What's going on? Where's Andy? Where's Amanda? And finally, they come up. Andy is first, and he says, "Oh my God." Like, because I had just taken my hands off my face, and he sees my bloodied face, and I am furious at this point. Just looking at him like, you idiot. Like, why would you first of all, why would you throw that? Like, I can't see you. I don't, especially that big. Oh my God. So I'm pissed. I'm just done. I'm done crying over it too. I'm just mad at this point. So I guess I'm thankful there was that. But so I get up, I hop on my bike, and I flew. It was at least a mile back to our house, and I flew on my bike. In retrospect, discussing it later, my cousin Andy said, I couldn't even keep up with you on the bike. You were insanely fast. I was like, well, I'm bleeding. The last place I saw my mom prior to leaving for the bridge was at my uncle's house. So, and his house came first. So I pulled in immediately. And since I knew that she was there, I just bust in the door. And my uncle whips around and looks at me and is like, ugh. And I just bloodied face. And I'm like, where's mom? And he just pointed and said, home. She went home. And so I flew over to mom's house. And I walk in, and my mom she's on the phone. And she looks over at me, shit, I gotta go. Rachel busted her face up. That's how much of a tomboy I was. Mom was like, eh. So, long story short, mom was, okay, let's get you to the hospital. We sat and waited for probably 2 hours in the ER before I got seen. And, which granted, it was only, I think, 13 stitches in my lip. I have some here, and I have another one there. After the fact, after I went to the ER and came home, I asked my cousin, I was like, what the hell? Like, where were you? Why would you, I was screaming for you, and you did not come up there. And he was like, well, Amanda said you were probably just faking it for attention. Okay. This was my first experience with having a friend that was a girl. Okay? I hope you enjoyed today's story time. If you did, make sure to subscribe down below and give me a like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.